Hi everyone, it's Vicki here, and today I'm designing for Bramble Fox. I have a really cute perspective today saying dog gone cute, and I have a really cute photo of my dog, so they go well together. I start out by gessoing my page and drying that, which you don't see. And I have a stencil from Bramble Fox, which is just some small squares in sort of a grid. And my idea is to get some texture paste and to make it blue. So I use some deep blue sea vibes from Shimmerz just to put some blue in there and make it sort of a deepish blue. And I put that through the stencil. Now, when that's done, I love how it looks, and I dry it off, and then I decide to spray something in there, some fine shimmer spray from Prima. But when I sprayed it, I got a lot of splatters on the page, and I don't know if you can see at the top there, but I tried to go over it and it just didn't work. It just looked a mess. So I gave up on that entirely at the moment, but that will come back. So what I do is I gesso the page again, dry it off, and I use the packaging technique. And this is still the deep blue sea vibes going in there, and I dry that off a little. And it's a little bit flat, so I want to put in some a bit of dimension to that. So I also add in some Coloringz Well Blew Me Down from Shimmerz, and also some Vibes Frostbite. So ultimately all three of those colours go in there, and you'll see that it just makes it look a bit more textured. So this is another stencil from Bramble Fox, and I decide, rather than paste through it, I decide to draw some of these triangles directly onto the page with a black pen. So that pen is let me have a look at it. So Micron 02 archival ink pen. It's really good actually. I think it's running out, but it's really good for writing on here, so it doesn't smudge with any ink. These stamps are from Shimmerz, from her latest release, which is Head in the Clouds, and I just inked up part of the clouds, and I used the star from there as well. And then this circle stamp is from Heidi Swap, and it's a planner set of stamps, which I got in my recent hip kits. So I'm just drawing a few more of these shapes from the stencil there, just so that it goes out to the edge around the picture. And in a second, I'm going to put a bit more mixed media around. So I'm just going to extend the size of that blue, again with all three colours. And I also, I think, in a moment, put some splatters on there in all three colours too. So this is a bit different from me. It's kind of a grungy background with the stamping and the ink, but I quite like how it turned out actually. So here's where I bring back in this grid pattern stencil. So what I decide to do is get my circle punch and punch some circles from it, just to use as embellishments on the page. So I just do 3 of those, but I was happy that I used it, even though I didn't like the original look of it because I messed it up. It works really well like this. So then I just draw a little black outline around each one, and I just put those into position on the page. There we go. So that's pretty much where everything's going to go. So the next thing is, off camera I stitch 2 squares around the mixed media, and it's slightly on a wonk at the bottom but I didn't realise till after I'd stitched it, and that's fine. And then I pull out a couple of different colour blue threads. This is something that Missy Wooden does a lot of, and I love how it looks on her layouts, and because I had a messy grungy background I thought it would work really well. So I slot those in. I pull out a couple of die cuts here, but they don't really work, but I like that little peachy colour flower, which means that I then have to add some peachy colour paper behind my photo. So this is just some Project Life cards from the hip kit that I have. They're designed by Hip Kit, so there's no other manufacturer for them. And the little die cut is Pink Fresh Studio. So the little frame there is also Pink Fresh Studio. So I just put that underneath, and in a second I cut it in half and it sticks out both sides. That's just a little sticker from Pink Fresh from Everyday Musings, which I'm just using as a little tag on the side, just for a bit of colour there. and that's where I cut the frame in half. And in a second, I put some foam on and I actually stick the photo upside down. So you'll see I'll have to correct that. It's just my dog laying on his back and he just looks so sweet. I love it. The blue heart is also Pink Fresh Everyday Musings. And as was that sticker I stuck at the bottom, which says All Things Sunny and Brights. So this is just some foam on the back here just to pop the photo up. And this is where I stick it upside down by mistake. And you can see why I can. He's laying upside down, so you kind of think of the dog's head needing to be at the top, but no, it's supposed to be at the bottom. So I just had to rearrange a couple of things just to make that work again. So I'm sticking it down. My Doggone Cute, I got some new glue from Beacon Adhesives, and someone showed this to me. They use it instead of glossy accents and it sticks really well. It's got really quick grab and it sticks onto the page well. So I'm really pleased with that. Let me know if you want a link to that and I will put that in the comments later. And then I just put Ginger Pup with these alphas that come from the Hip Kit January kit as well. So we call him Ginge because he's obviously red dog, you know, tan, red. So we call him Ginger. So Ginger Pup Doggone Cute, as he is very much so. And yeah, as I said, I love this photo. And I think that's about it. Yes, that's the final layout. I hope it gives you some inspiration. I'd love to see your messy mixed media, and there are some close-ups so that you can see what I've done. If you have any questions, give me a shout. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye bye.